Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode in a series where we look at the vehicles officially announced for the upcoming game Snowrunner. In this episode we'll be finally doing the very last scout that will be present in the base game by looking at the YAR 87 based on the real world Trecol-39294. To understand the Trecol-39294, really you have to understand Trecol as a company. Trecol is a Moscow-based specialist vehicle designer and manufacturer that specialises in creating all-terrain vehicles especially suited to marshes and other swampy areas. Swamp buggies, essentially. To this end, on all Trecol vehicles you will see massive, almost comical, low-pressure tyres that give Trecol trucks unparalleled weight distribution, allowing them to stay on top of even not very viscous mud and other bogland. Most excitingly and interestingly about these tyres, however, is the fact that they allow the vehicle to float on water, making all Trecol trucks fully amphibious. However, these super huge, super light tyres are extremely thin and could be at high risk of popping and other damage. Trecol does a number of vehicles, ranging from 4x4s to 6x6s, using both Trecol's design bodies and modifying existing vehicles. There's even Trecol modified versions of the UAZ 452 and the UAZ 469, which if you ask me, look absolutely hideous, but maybe some people like them. However, other Trecol trucks include ambulances and exploratory vehicles, as well as an agricultural machine, although I can't find any images of it. All Trecol vehicles are lightweight, owing to their fiberglass bodies and careful engineering. This is imperative to keep the truck afloat, but also allows them to effectively glide over rough terrain with ease. For example, the Trecol-39294, the truck the YAR 87 is based on, is only 2.8 tons despite being a 6x6. Due to the purpose of the vehicle and the fact that it needs to be kept light, the Trecol-39294 is fitted with only a 90 horsepower 2.3 litre petrol inline-4 engine, with an optional 83 horsepower diesel inline-4 engine built by Hyundai of all people. These engines are almost comically small for a truck this large and frankly don't bode well for this truck at all. If the YAR 87 has engines that are comparable in power to its real-life counterpart, then I think the truck will be horribly underpowered. Sure, it will be able to float over rough terrain, but if it does get stuck, it's almost certain to be doomed. It should also be noted that its huge tyres, which don't look particularly grippy, and not so excellent power-to-weight ratio, means it may struggle to climb slick surfaces of rock. Oh, also completely forget about towing with this thing, as any extra rate will cause it to bog down and get stuck immediately. My initial thought was that the fuel tank was small for an always-on 6x6. However, after the shock of learning how capable this thing's engines actually are, I think I'd say that the fuel tank is actually pretty well sized, which should give this vehicle an unparalleled amount of range compared to its competition. The always-on differential locks is correct, and it's obvious why the real-life vehicle has them when it has to spin its tyres for water propulsion. They got the dimensions right, but it's odd that they made the YAR 87 have switchable all-wheel drive, as the real-life truck has always-on all-wheel drive for in-water propulsion. Oddly enough, the YAR 87's fuel tank is actually 10 litres bigger than the Trecol's, unlike every other vehicle in the game. I'm not sure what role this truck will have in game, and it seems like an odd one. It has good range I think, and it can avoid mud like a champ, but I don't know how it will fare on slippery hills, and if it does dig itself in, it's stuck for good. It won't have any cargo hauling ability and might even be slow. I suppose if the YAR 87 is fully amphibious like its real-life counterpart, that will give it the cheap water-crossing scout niche, but I feel like the TUZ 420 will be so much better, you might as well just spend the extra cash. I don't know. For me, this is a truck I'm going to avoid. Doesn't help I think it looks butt ugly too. Okay, this was a bit of a weird truck to cover, and I hope you all enjoyed this episode. As usual, if you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing and checking out my channel for more content like this. Also, if you think I missed anything important or have any of your own questions you want to ask, feel free to comment and I will try and get back to you. I also have to thank everybody who subscribed for subscribing. I recently hit 100 subs, and whilst I'm too busy making these videos to do a 100 sub special, I'd like to say how appreciative I am of everybody and all the nice comments. Thank you for watching everyone, and take it easy.